Thank you for joining Growing Faithful. Today's a very hard day. Today's not so much a day of sharing a past, sharing a verse or something from the Bible. I know God is always with us. Hold on one second. Hey, can you go out? Thank you. Shut the door. All the way. Today's a really hard day for me. There have been many hard days for me. Sometimes it's hard to believe that God was with us when we're going through such stressful times, such physical times, such spiritual times. So today is the day I thought I'd wrote and share my feelings, and they don't trump God's laws. They don't trump God's answers. They don't trump anything God does. Feelings are temporary, but when you have chronic diseases, they seem like they can last forever. I have trigeminal neuralgia, and I believe it's a slow death. I'm not taking away from anybody who has a chronic illness that is taking their life slowly, like kidney failure or cancer or heart attacks or the many millions of other things that someone can die from, car accidents, alcoholism. I'm not taking away from any of that. I just want to give you my side. But trigeminal neuralgia is also a horrific thing, and so is many other chronic illnesses that we live with every day. I feel death knocking every day at my door. Like, it's not opening the door. I feel like I want it to take me at times. I feel like I'm a burden on my church, my family, friends, and those I have yet to meet. Having this, and many people who have chronic diseases know it's torture. It's torture to the body, the soul. It's torture to your spirituality. I hurt people around me all the time, not intentionally. My mind is not like others. I always look at my mind as like a cross between someone with Alzheimer's and sometimes like a madman. I don't intentionally try to hurt them, but after a while they just feel that way. They feel it. They feel things I say or do, or it's not physical hurt. It's worse. I always think mental abuse is worse sometimes than physical abuse. Physical abuse you can get away from. Mental abuse, it seems like it's people try to stick around for it. It's far worse. I do it to my church. I do it to my family. I do it to my wife. I do it to my children. And not knowing I do it. Short. Ugly. It's not when I'm on my ups, it's when I'm in my downs. I can see that I'm falling apart more and more every day. I fool people a lot. I smile a lot. I go to church, I smile, even though I'm in pain. It's mostly because then people say, oh, you look like you're doing good today. So I don't have to explain that I'm angry. I don't have to explain that I'm upset. I don't have to explain that I'm hurting. I don't have to explain any of that to them. If you put a smile on, people are less likely to come up to you than if you look like you're sick or you're upset or That's my wife. But it's easier to put that smile on. And I know a lot of people that do it. It's easier to fake it than make it. It's always a fake smile. And I hate to tell the people that at church, those who are listening. I hate to tell my friends and family, those who are listening, that I do that. Because I want to be genuine. But at the same time, I'm lying on the outside. I know I have a Heavenly Father. You know, I try to look at it as, why not me? You know, I had a brother Campbell, who said it to me one time, why not me? And I try to look at it as that all the time. I try to look at it as, why not me? Why would I want it on my child? Why would I want it on somebody else? Why would I want this horrible disease on anybody? Even my worst enemy, why would I want it? But when your body grows weak and your flesh grows weak and your mind is weak, and especially when your spirituality is crumbling, it ends up, why me? Why me? Why me? And I know others battle this same, especially those who have mental illness. They put on a smile and they act like everything's okay. You know, even though they're suffering physically, even though they're suffering spiritually and mentally, it's real. People, you know, when they see their friends on a high, you know, sometimes a high. I'm not whining or complaining. I just want to express the daily craziness in my mind. Like, my mind comes and goes, and what it goes through. I don't think like you. I don't consider your thoughts as nothing. This pain is a type of mood swing, a type of mental gasp I have, whether a good or bad day, and it does change dramatically, and it can change instantly. It could be good 1 minute, it could be horrible the next 5 minutes, it could be good for 6 hours, it could be horrible for the next 48. I can't help it. 1 minute I'm fine, the next it's just a race. It's like a finish line, or it goes down to forks in the road, and you don't know which way you're taking. You don't know where to go. You end up in hell in your mind. I can't help it. I'm being controlled. People say just give it to God, and I try to my best most of the time to do so. I lose that battle a lot, and I am controlled by the thoughts of the sweet death at times. I'm not saying I like suicide beliefs. I don't have those. I just hate being like it. Maybe thoughts of just getting hit by a car. Maybe just thoughts of hit by lightning. Maybe the thoughts of just God just pressing His thumb down on me and just ending my life. But I know there's backdraws that my family will have to suffer and all that. And in a way, I would suffer too, because I wouldn't be here with them. And God has His own date and His own decision to take me out of this world. And I just don't understand why I have to go through this. And I try to keep thinking, why not me? Why would I want this on somebody else? But your flesh is weak. And until you seek God, your spiritual is not strong. Your flesh is just going to stay freaking weak. I hate being on all these drugs for relief. I hate that 65% of my time, they don't freaking work. They never work like they're supposed to. They keep telling me to keep taking the same ones over and over and over. And then they just keep adding on, or they keep taking me off. Or ones don't freaking work at all. Sorry, I'm so angry. And when they change them, it's like being told, let's give this a try. You're a test run. I'm a freaking test dummy all the time. And so is anybody else with chronic diseases. We're test freaking dummies. And we insert these pills in our bodies and take these shots we shouldn't take. They're experimental shots.